This one teaches you how to stabilize. But when we go to rehab quite frequently, where are most of the exercises we do? How are they mostly done? You're up here and you're doing this kind of exercise, yes? Do this. And that arm is what? Moving. It's not stable. So a lot of the things we do is to create stability, where we put the hand in contact with the floor or the wall, so that way the hand will feed back into the scapula. Put your hands like this for me. The wrist position is so important because we'll see it in a minute. So take your wrist and turn your wrist down like this. Where do your shoulders go when you take your wrist and go down like that? They go forward, yes? Now bring your wrist back the opposite direction. Where do your shoulder blades go now? Down and around. We want the wrist. I'm going to do it for the camera. The wrist, generally, in our older clients, if you look at your client's wrists, aren't they bent like this? They're in what's called ulnar deviation, like this. We want radial deviation. We want the wrists to line up with the forearms. And this makes sense in every single exercise position. Whether we're pushing, whether we're pulling, pushing, pulling, we want radial deviation, because that will help you set the scapula in the right position. Okay? Don't worry about the words, just think about the motions. And you just do it to yourselves, and you're like, oh yeah, my scapula go back where they belong. Okay? Radial deviation. Okay? So we're going to teach you how to control that shoulder blade. So we are going to align, breathe, control, and then integrate that into our fundamental patterns, pushing and pulling. Okay? So first we have to do a couple things. We're going to do some assessment really quickly. We're going to assess rotation, and we're going to assess overhead motion. Why did rehab first have me do so much of this kind of exercise? External rotation work, squeezing back, because they saw what happening to my shoulders? Forward. And we say, oh, most people have decreased what? External rotation or internal rotation? External. But do you know that for sure? No. You just took somebody's word, yes? Yes, so did I. You have to assess it. Who's got shoulder problems? Your hand went up first. Tom?
Chuck.
John?
Chuck.
Chuck, not even close. Chuck, come on up, Chuck. Lie down on the floor for me, please, if you don't mind.
Face down, face up.
Face up, please. Head